Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 22 of Let's Play Civilization V Brave New World as Brazil. Okay, well, we have a few things to take care of. We got a new spy, so we're going to go ahead and move him to the city of Sydney. This is one of just a couple of city-states left that we're not already allied with. We have just 2 turns before the vote to start working on the international games. So what we're going to do, I think, is go ahead and just put up walls really quick. I don't really have time to start on an airport. And then we will go ahead here and do a zoo, I suppose. You know, actually, though, hold on a second. I'm wondering whether I should even fool with these games. You know what? I'm actually not going to. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to change the whole plan. We're just so close to winning that I just don't think it makes any sense. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just purchase the airport here, because that's going to have the biggest impact. And I'm just going to change production in these other cities. It will not have as big an impact here, but it will have an impact. And I suppose while I'm at it, is there anything... Yeah, not here. I'm just wondering if I should focus on production. Well, I guess I don't need it here, right? It would be Sao Paulo, for example. Yeah, so I've already got one there. Let's start giving up some growth. And we'll put that there. And I think that's probably it. So nothing too dramatic. Yeah, I don't think it really lowered it. So I suppose it's not really worth fooling with. Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and put up a hydro plant, I suppose. And then our next technology, we'll start heading up here towards the internet. Yep, that's fine. I don't think we're going to get there, but... And our declaration of friendship with India has expired, and we might as well go ahead and renew that. Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. You know, I've been saying for a long time, you reach a point in the late game where you really start picking up speed, and I knew that was true. But I have to say, I didn't think it was going to come quite this fast. The fact that we haven't even built these airports yet, and we're very close to winning. And there's a really good tenant that we haven't reached yet in order. So we would get that next. Actually, I'm pretty sure we are going to get it in a few turns. So my golden age ended. What I'm going to do, I should have done this actually last turn, I wasn't thinking, is I am simply going to buy another great artist. And next turn, we're going to start another golden age. That's fine. And yeah, okay. And so, yeah, like there's so many things. We don't have the internet, which doubles your tourism output. So we don't have that. We don't have airports in most of our cities. I only just bought that one. And we don't have, I don't remember the name of it, but you get a 34% bonus with everyone who has less happiness than you do. So, of course, if you just pile on the happiness, you basically get 34% with everybody. And so that's another really amazing bonus. And yeah, it's just funny, like we haven't even done all these things. And yet, well, actually, I suppose I'm going to put a number of no votes on the truffle ban. Yeah, not to mention the fact that the international games, that is so huge. If you can get the top production prize, so yeah, we added Persia's scalp to our collection. And our declaration with Persia expired, our declaration of friendship. We're going to renew it just really, you know, to make sure he doesn't come over here. Not that I expect him to. All right, let's start another Golden Age for 8 turns. And there you go. And, you know, actually, yeah, it's funny. I'm still kind of adjusting to this whole mindset. But I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this one too. I wouldn't get nearly the same bang for the buck. And of course, if I was going to do that, then I never should have started building, you know, the airport in the first place. I should have just built something else and then bought it when I had money. But whatever. I just feel like we're very close to the win at this point. And rather than prolong that, you know, let's just try to get it done. Well, overall, I do think that the religion and faith generation was a huge help to us. Being able to spread our religion to, oh, hold on. Let me see what happened here. So the international games did pass, and the ban on truffles did not, and that's what I wanted. So now we get to make another proposal. God. I mean, seriously, I don't even know what I would want, really. I think we could make we could make Order of the World ideology, but why don't we just do this? I'm going to go for a World's Fair because it won't make anybody mad. Yeah, it only makes other people happy. And the game is going to be over by the time it comes to a vote anyway. So that's really all I care about, is just not making anybody mad. But yeah, to go back to what I was saying, I think, you know, the religion and the faith generation was huge for me. Being able to get another 25% bonus with the Netherlands, that went a long way towards counteracting the 34% penalty that we had because of our different ideologies. And without that, it would have really slowed down my penetration. So if that had been a problem, I could have bought a number of great musicians because of the faith we'd been saving up. All right, so here's that tenet I was talking about. 34% tourism to civilizations that have less happiness. Dictatorship of the proletariat. So that is absolutely what we're going for. And let's choose our production in Sao Paulo. I suppose I will take a windmill. And I'm just curious, what's my projected runway look like? 3 turns and 5 turns. All right, let's keep it moving. So yeah, it's not just that we won. I feel like we really crushed this game. We are not even close to hitting our peak of tourism production and the maximum, you know, that we could have done, and yet it's just game over. So I feel really good about that. I do think if I do another Civilization 5 series, and I'm not positive that I will definitely not do another one on King difficulty. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to win on culture because it is a much more intricate process than the others. And that if I stepped up in difficulty, it would just be, too much. But being able to win with culture here and win convincingly, yeah. So it's time to move up to Emperor. And we'll do that if we do another series. If you have suggestions for next time out, feel free to leave them in the comments. Although I will say, if I do another one, I will probably be likely to just kind of indulge myself. I've done these sort of viewer polls every time, and I'm kind of leaning next time towards doing something like a heavily modded game or a scenario, something like that, rather than just another vanilla game. I'll go ahead and just pop a zoo out really quick. But we'll see. Overall, when I look back on this game in its entirety, I'm not unhappy with the decisions we made. I can nitpick for sure. When I think about the last couple of social policies that we picked before we started going deeper into order, I'm not sure. Like, even though the Louvre is great, would I have been better served to just beeline for this 34% bonus that I just picked up? Yeah, maybe. And maybe we could have gotten a win quicker if we'd have done that. But those, those aren't really things that I get all in a twist about. All right, we rigged elections in Sydney, and we rigged elections in Kathmandu, which is great. Actually, what's funny is, what do I need? 41. I'm not going to do it right now. I don't see any reason. Looks like we managed to bag another one. So we got Austria. And now we're just 2 turns away from the Netherlands. So I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I'm not really going to worry about any of this stuff, I don't think. And let's see, what do we want to build in Sao Paulo? I suppose a hospital. And I'll move this guy over to the city. And what are we going to build in Rio? Realistically, I guess we'll just throw a castle in there. Sure. But yeah, overall, I think this game went pretty well. And I was really happy with how it all came together so fast. I do think that's one of the biggest challenges with culture. I said this over and over, is that for so long, you're doing everything you can do, and your culture is like, 12 per turn, and you're either exotic or unknown to everybody else on the map. And then it's just sick how it all comes together. And it just starts mushrooming so fast. So I've been saying that all along, and now I guess you've had the chance to see it. Looks like a bunch of activity with different city-states and all that. We have uranium. I'm not going to do anything about that. Yep, neither one. I would have to destroy the Brazil wood camps, and we don't need it. I tell you what I will do, though, is just for kicks, I will change production here to the Manhattan Project. And then we'll go ahead. Oh, I can't. All right. That's funny. All right. If I can't, I can't. So back to, what did I change it from? The castle. And here I'll just put up a garden because we can finish it. And yeah, you go to sleep, Archimedes. So, yeah, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn when I say, I'm happy with how the game played out. I did not invent these strategies. I tried to go out and, educate myself a little bit on the way to do a culture game. And it works. So it is fun. It is interesting. If you're looking for a different kind of Civ 5 game, it's definitely worth a try. And it looks like I've unlocked my achievements for winning as Pedro and for
Your civilization's greatness, the magnificence
whatever else that was.
and the power of its artists has astounded the world.
Probably for the
Poets
culture
will
win.
honor you for as long as beauty brings
Okay,
gladness.
well, I'm not really all that interested in his reading here. So let's take a look at the final demographics rating. Our population was number 1, our approval was number 1, and our literacy was number 1. Our military was a joke, no question about that. We didn't control that much land relative to others, etc. But, you know, none of that really matters because that's not what we were trying to do. Now, interesting. So this was not the kind of game that, you know, got you a sky-high score here. Probably because we didn't control a lot of cities and a lot of land. We did start piling up the wonders, but whatever. I'm not really worried about that. And then we'll take a quick look at the replay. And let's switch this to the map and play. So here we are, and I'm curious to see when we grew. So he was the first, it looks like, to found 2 cities. Then Darius, and he was up to 3 already. And then we all started getting in on the act. I know I was very slow to go up from 2. I mean, William was just sprouting like a weed over here. That's incredible. And, you know, poor Hiawatha kind of got hemmed in here between William and, was this the Mayans, I think, or somebody? And then, of course, what's going to happen is you start getting attacked from both sides. Actually, Assyria looks like they did the first damage to them and then razed the city. That helps explain why there were so many gaps over here. I guess that and the city-states. So, yeah, I guess when Assyria did that, it kind of broke his back. It looks like he never recovered. And then, yeah, then it really got ugly. Yeah, it's more interesting for me watching what happened on this continent than on my own because I kind of saw this. I mean, we basically just sort of spread out within the quadrants that each of us had, and nobody ever attacked the other, and it was just one big happy family. So there you go. I think that does it. Now, one thing that was suggested to me was a diplomacy game, and there's a certain logic to that because it is a victory type I haven't done. The fact that in this game I came so close to a diplomacy win, if we had continued until the UN was founded and that became a possibility, I'm very confident that I could have just done that. And that's always been my fear, is that diplomacy is just too easy to do. If you dedicate your playthrough to it, you can just do it and there won't be any real, you know, suspense at all. So that was my fear, and this game kind of proved that out. Now, maybe on a higher level of difficulty, you know, that would not be the case. So I think one thing I am going to say is I'm not going to do diplomacy. But at any rate, that should wrap up this playthrough. I hope you enjoyed watching. I definitely enjoyed playing it. And so I guess whether you did or whether you didn't enjoy, I nonetheless thank you for watching, and I hope you'll be with us next time.